count 3. We have guilty. Count 3 is guilty. For the transportation of Cassie Ventura, that is guilty.
So here we are, people. Sean Combs just got slapped with a guilty verdict. And honestly, it's about damn time. The jury came back with mixed results. He's been convicted on 2 out of the 5 charges they threw at him. Now look, I get it. Some of y'all wanted to see him burn on every single count. But let's be real here. At least we got something. This man could be looking at 2 decades locked up, and that's not nothing. He dodged 3 bullets with those acquittals, but those Mon-Act convictions, those are the ones that matter most. What really gets me fired up is how his defense team is probably popping champagne right now. They're calling this a stunning victory. Can you believe that? A stunning victory. The man just got convicted of transporting women across state lines for illegal purposes, and they think they won. This whole thing is wild. But here's what I'll give them. They definitely earned their paychecks because keeping him off that criminal enterprise charge was actually impressive, even if it makes 0 sense. Let's break down what these Mon-Act charges actually mean, because some people are acting confused. This isn't some minor offense. This is about forcing people to cross state lines so you can exploit them. We're talking about Cassie Ventura and another woman who went through absolute hell. The prosecution had to prove he transported these women specifically for intimate acts against their will. And apparently they had enough evidence to convince 12 jurors. That's not light stuff, people. But can we talk about how insane it is that he beat the criminal enterprise rap? Like, are you kidding me right now? This man had a whole network of people, assistants, security, employees all helping him pull off this stuff for years. We heard from 34 witnesses over 6 weeks of testimony. Law enforcement, victims, people who worked for him, they all painted a picture of an organized operation. Yet somehow the jury didn't think that was enough to prove racketeering. That part has me scratching my head, not gonna lie. The silver lining in all this mess is that Cassie finally got her moment. After everything she went through, and trust me, the details that came out during this trial were absolutely horrific. She deserved to see this man held accountable. She was brave enough to speak her truth, and now a jury has validated her experience. That woman went through some of the darkest stuff imaginable, and if she hadn't gotten any justice here, I honestly don't know what kind of world we'd be living in. My heart breaks for the other victims who didn't get their day in court with this verdict. Kid Cudi had his car blown up. His freaking car. And that assistant Mia who allegedly got physically hurt by this man, they're probably feeling pretty forgotten right now. It's frustrating because their stories mattered too. But the jury just wasn't convinced there was enough evidence to tie those incidents to the charges. That's the harsh reality of our justice system sometimes. For 12 now, here's where things get really interesting. His lawyers immediately asked for $1 million bond so he can go chill at his Miami mansion. Are they serious right now? This man has been behind bars for almost a year, and they think now is the perfect time to let him go home. I'm sorry, but if I'm facing 20 years in prison and I've got private jets and boats at my disposal, you better believe I'm thinking about taking a permanent vacation to some non-extradition country. The flight risk here is through the roof. The prosecution isn't playing games either. They're going for the full 20-year maximum when sentencing comes around. And honestly, good for them. They've got 90 days to make their case for why this man should be locked up for as long as legally possible. Meanwhile, his defense team is probably already working on appeals and trying to figure out how to get him the lightest sentence possible. It's going to be a whole new battle in that courtroom. Me absolutely crazy is seeing people on social media celebrating like he's completely innocent. Y'all, he literally just got convicted of 2 felonies. Just because he beat the RICO charges doesn't mean he's walking free. Some of these posts I'm seeing are straight up misleading people. The Shade Room and other outlets are focusing on what he didn't get convicted of instead of acknowledging that he's still a convicted felon facing serious time. But let's keep it real. I'm seeing way too many comments from people who think he's going to find some way to serve barely any time. House arrest, early release for good behavior. Some kind of plea situation. Everyone's predicting he'll be back on the streets in a couple years. And honestly, that's probably not wrong. The system has a way of being extra gentle with rich and powerful people, and his legal team just proved they know how to work it. That's the part that really gets under my skin, because the victims deserve so much more than watching this man get a slap on the wrist.